And welcome back for another heart-pounding edition of the Michael Decon Program. All the way from El Centro, California, chained to a radiator in a boiler room. I almost tripped over right there as I was approaching the microphone. That happens when you are chained to a radiator, after all. I look forward to once again serve you those sounds of salvation. First-time listeners, thanks for joining us. We've been expecting you. Tonight, it's yours truly and Mike Hideous who has drawn assignment this evening. And of course, you too can get involved. That time I did fall. Did you hear that? I fell down. I scraped my knee, holy shit. Now, this evening, you too can get involved. That number is 760-332-8947. Just make sure to turn down your computer before you call in. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing us into your hearts and into your minds. Here we are again, on a night like this. What's happening, boys and girls? Did you miss me already? I missed all of you. I can't lie, no matter what it is that's happening in my personal life, all of that seems to fade away as soon as I jump on here and talk to all of you. And yes, hello to you in the chat room. Bacon says, did someone say heart pounding? I sure did, and tonight it will be just like that. And of course, let's bring in my co-host who has drawn assignment here tonight, Mr. Mike Hideous. How's it going, Mike?
Good evening, Mr. Michael Decon, and greetings from the East Coast that was heavily hit by massive hurricane winds today, from as far down as Maryland and as far north as Canada in a single storm.
Oh yes, so many people out there, so many listeners without the internet and of course power. Lots of listeners have sent me their deepest regrets. They really wanted to be here, Mike, in other words.
Wow, a lot of them got knocked out, huh?
They did. I was getting messages all day saying, I'm
Yeah,
sorry I can't be there tonight. And I thought, don't worry, it's fine.
that was very nice of them.
It
As you
is.
know, I had contacted you earlier to let you know
That's
that my
right.
power was out as well, as early as 2:30 in the afternoon here on the East Coast.
I was worried about some of you out there. And Mike, during the intro, I was falling down. As you know, I'm chained up to a radiator out here.
What?
Yeah, that's right. You forgot?
Yeah, I did. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm chained up to a radiator out here
Is there
in a
some kind of like
basement.
pervert? Is like a pervert doing some stuff to you or what?
Sometimes it happens. So, I was running to the mic and I fell over. It happened twice.
Okay.
But I'm okay. Don't worry.
All right.
So, Mike, how's it going?
It's going, day by day, dealing with the current circumstances of the non-working American circumstances.
Very nice. And the weekend was okay, / week. Everything is honky dory except for the storm, correct?
For the most part, yeah, everything was okay. As I said, today was just a surprise when I looked out the. Well, it started last night. The rain started coming in last night, but it didn't really knock us like on our ass until this afternoon. Boy, I'll tell you, my yard, at the side of my yard and my backyard were literally it was like a pond back there. That's
Wow.
how much rain was coming down. It was just unbelievable. And this whole time, while this is going on, I'm watching the hummingbirds come to the feeder in front of my front of my window. They're out there like doo 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 doo. Oh, no big deal. It's just a little bit of rain. So it was kind of amusing.
Oh, yeah. Until they drown out there. And, Mike, before we continue this conversation, I had a few things to say really quickly. And for those out there just joining us, I have read some of your emails, and tonight we will get into those. Maybe I'll even read some negative emails, the hate mail. I love it all. Some are very nice and some are very, very mean, Mike.
I love hate mail. I
Me
used to get
too.
so much hate mail years ago.
Isn't that great? Should we answer some of those tonight?
I would say, yeah.
There's some
If
nasty
you,
ones.
my opinion, I would say yes.
There's some nasty ones, Mike.
Yeah, go to it, man. Nasty or not.
All right. Well, tonight will be fun then, since we will be reading some of your emails, and of course, your phone calls are welcome. They're always welcome here, right, Mike?
That's right. Call in, folks. Call in.
Yeah, 760-332-8947, I believe, is the number we are going with tonight.
Oh, it is a different number, isn't it?
Yes, tonight is a little bit different. Yeah, we're not using the 8965 number. That's the old number. Now it's 760-332-8947.
89. Let me write that down.
Yeah, go ahead.
8947.
8947. Yeah, that's the new official number.
So 8724 is history?
Yeah, that one's gone.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, now we will just be going with this one.
Right on.
For sure. So now that we got that out of the way, Mike, things have been going quite well here. We've got some emails to get through here tonight. That's always fun. And Mike, I've been feeling quite well doing the show and talking to you all this time. The last, 4 or 5 months, right?
You mean with me on the show?
Yeah.
Has it been
I think
5
so,
months?
man. Something
Yeah,
like
I guess
that.
so. I thought it was like something like February or March we started, right?
Something along those lines, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice. So yeah, Mike, we have lots to talk about here tonight, and of course the emails. Always awesome. In my opinion, and keep in mind, folks, I know what I signed up for. I knew strangers online would potentially try to ruin my life in various ways.
No doubt.
And that has happened a number of times already. Isn't that great, though?
Been there.
You know what that's like. And of course, all of this stems from individuals who couldn't handle their emotions.
I always find it fascinating. Every once in a while I'll get somebody who writes to me and tells me, you suck, man.
Love that.
You're just a jerk, and I can't stand the way you sing, and your band sucks, and you sucked in the Misfits. And I'm like, dude, if you hate me so much, why are you writing to me? Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, like why go out of your way to really? I don't know. Everybody just seems to get so tough behind their computer
Oh,
screen.
everyone's stuff behind the on the keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
blows my
okay.
mind. Like you know, you got nothing better to do. Like get a job.
Yeah, that's right. Get a job. By the way, Mike, I wanted to start off by saying rest in peace to Herman Cain. I think I might have contributed to his demise. I might have
I re-
cursed the guy. I might have cursed the
I,
guy to some extent.
I remember you sent me that text message and like I killed him.
I killed him. As soon as I woke up, I texted you.
I know.
I was like, oh no, I
I
killed
was
him.
like, oh no, hide the murder weapon.
That's right. Some ancient demon snatched him up in the astral world, Mike.
Oh,
Like in
yep.
the movie Insidious.
Was he worth it?
I think so.
Okay, well then the demon's happy.
The only good thing is no one actually complained about my vicious verbal assault. I guess
Now,
I guess a few people felt the same way. I don't know.
I got to be honest now, I don't remember your assault on him. That's why I was kind of perplexed when you did mention what you said about him dying and how you felt responsible. What did you say?
Well, you know, I said he stunk on ice, and I was making fun of his failed presidential run.
Okay.
Yes, I remember the conservatives so high and mighty on one Herman Cain.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but
You're wrong.
all right.
I'm joking.
And there
Go
we
ahead.
go. Didn't the King Hussein Obama attend his funeral and like make a total political thing out of it?
That's
Or is
right.
that somebody else?
No, that happened.
What a jackass. What a friggin' jackass. I hate that guy. I really hate him.
So yes, even if you complain, that would not I would not apologize for anything I said. I still very much feel the same way. And anyone can go back and listen to that. I'm sorry if any of you have an issue with that. Definitely call in, call the police, call the president of the United States. I don't care.
Call somebody who cares.
Call the cops. Call them. But yes, some people do complain, but luckily no one has cried over Herman Cain, surprisingly. Guess people don't care that much.
I didn't cry over him. I couldn't care less.
Yeah, you
Poli-
wouldn't give a shit about that.
Politicians are just they're so under my skin at this point. I just can't stand most of them.
You know, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything.
Oh, I know you're not. No,
Yeah,
I know.
I'll do my best to deliver you the truth no matter how bad it hurts.
Exactly. No, I agree with you on that. I'm all for that. Truth and facts among professionalism. You know, to get the truth out, make people understand what really is going on. I agree. 100% with that theory.
For sure. I'm glad you're doing better than Brian Callen, that's for sure. A comedian by the name of Brian Callen. He has found himself in the spider web of the Me Too movement, by the way, Mike.
Of course. What else is new?
Yeah, there's been accusations thrown his way. Multiple women are stepping forward, and it seems like his career has taken now what appears to be a significant blow.
Unbelievable.
This is
And
this is
are they
absolutely the worst time, by the way, to get hit by the Me Too movement.
Are they accusing him of molestation, rape?
Yeah, just taking advantage of girls, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A-
For those that
and
don't know,
do
that's
we know the complexity of these accusations? Is it like
There's
really
a-
bad, or is it like he kissed me inappropriately, or he looked at me inappropriately?
well, he's been accused by 4 women of sexual misconduct, spanning
So
decades.
what exactly is sexual misconduct?
I
Do
have.
you know?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Apparently, he's facing some rape and sexual assault allegations. That's what's going on.
No.
That's 4 women, by the way.
Well, I mean, of course, I don't condone any sort of sexual activity that is not consensual. It's between consenting adults. But what really gets under my skin, Michael, is that so many people. Let me be specific. A lot of millennials have been taking it to a point where, like, you can't even look at somebody without them thinking it's inappropriate.
That's right.
Everybody's just so they're so sensitive, and it's really getting out of hand.
Yeah, by
It
today's
really is.
standards, we've all broken those rules, I'm
Of
sure.
course, of
Right.
course. I mean, God, I mean, as a man, I've been around the block. I've been around the block, and I've had my share. But, geez, man, like they make it sound like it's only one way.
Yeah,
It's not.
the wife already divorced them, I believe, or she filed for divorce rather. So
So
she's out.
without even a trial.
Well, I don't think she needs one. She's done.
Well, that's what I mean. No trial. Like, is the guy saying that he's guilty? Is he gonna defend himself? Like,
Well, I haven't seen what his publicist said, but of course, I'm sure they are denying all the claims of sexual misconduct that's against him. And that's what's going on in the world today. We live in a very fascinating time, Mike, where one allegation against you can ruin your whole life, your whole
that's right.
livelihood, and your career and everything.
Absolutely, and it couldn't be more devastating. Whatever the left doesn't like, whatever they think is inappropriate, in most cases, usually it's the left, they decide to take you down. In this case, obviously, we're talking about a sexual situation, but even when it's political or politically correct, I should say, or incorrect, people will come down on you. You'll lose your job, your reputation. They're just getting out of hand in this country. They really are.
It really is. Or I should say, they are really getting out of control out here. And of course, last night, Mike, or the night before, I did a show with Jim Fetzer, the freight train on Sunday, I believe, yes.
Right, right.
I think the only time he took a breath, Mike, was when I played some audio for him.
All you gotta do is just put him on, and you can just shut your mic off.
I can just take a little nap. He was in good spirits, though.
He's always in good spirits.
I had a lot to tell him, but, he was in his groove, and I didn't want to jump in there at times. He was on a roll.
Usually is, Michael.
And, I love it when I ask him about his wife's political opinions because it's the exact opposite of Jim's.
Opposite, yeah. I
Total
can't believe
opposite.
they're married.
I can't either. It's great. Jim's a Democrat. He's probably he's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but Jim, I think he's like he married a Democrat, obviously, and he voted for Obama twice.
Yes, yes.
He's a
Yes,
Democrat in his heart.
Crazy.
I think he is.
No,
He's
I
gonna get
gotta
mad when
say,
I say that, by the way, because he does listen to the show every now and then, remarkably. We
I
love
gotta
you,
say,
Jim.
his marriage sounds like my old relationship with the succubus.
Oh no, the succubus. What happened?
Well, I mean, just the way everything, like it's complete polar opposites,
Oh, is that the one from back in the day?
Yeah, just a few years ago.
The Facebook one, right?
Right.
Oh no, Mike.
So yeah, it kind of sounds like whenever I hear you talk about Jim's wife and their opposing views, it completely reminds me of my botched relationship with the monster.
That was a bad one, boys and girls. Mike definitely had a very, very tumultuous relationship with a woman, by the way, who was...
it was beyond woman. Beyond woman.
She was kind of a little nutty. I'm being polite here. But my God, Mike, I knew she was trouble. I didn't want to tell you anything, but I had the feeling that you would come to the same realization as I did on this lovely young lady.
Well, I'm not going to get into it now.
That's okay.
But, I had my reasons.
That's right. And of course, thank God you were not locked up in a room with her during the quarantine, the shutdown.
Oh, jeez. I would have gone to jail. I would have killed her. Worse than that, it would have been a baseball bat to the skull.
Wow. You would have hit her with a bat?
Oh, I would everything. Rocks, 2x4s.
They're gonna lock you up for saying that, Mike.
I know.
How dare you?
How dare you?
You gotta be careful nowadays, Mike.
Whatever.
She's gonna Me Too you.
Yeah, well, she already did Me Too me.
Did she really? Is that what happened?
Oh, yeah, like 1,000 times on
Holy
Facebook.
shit. Oh, that's right. She was doing that, yeah. Oh, my God.
And that's why she's history,
no.
man.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with some relationships out there. Some women and men included.
Absolutely.
Some of them love to throw their dirty laundry out there. I don't know why. I don't get it, but they do.
Well, this guy this comedian who has been accused
Yeah,
of,
Brian Callen.
right. So, again, he said his wife is leaving or has already divorced or sent divorce papers to him or something.
Yes, sir.
Kind of crazy because, like, the guy, I mean, if he's innocent, I mean, innocent till proven guilty, no?
I agree, but maybe she knows something we don't.
This could be so, and if that's the case, well, then, more power to her.
She probably saw text messages, Mike, or video.
Very possible.
Nowadays,
Yep.
She probably looked at his cell phone, saw some interesting photos that he took of himself, if you know what I mean.
Oh, one of them, huh?
It most likely, Mike. You know how it goes down,
Yeah.
especially with Holly Weird.
Who?
Holly Weird.
Oh, Hollyweird, right?
There you go.
Okay, I thought that was a person. I get it now. Okay, good.
Yeah, you got to be careful doing that shit, Mike. You can't do that nowadays, especially if you are a big name. You got to be careful.
It's out of control. You can't even.
You're gonna get Jeffrey Epstein.
I was
gonna get blackmailed.
Yeah, it's not like the good old days when you were either a musician or an actor, and you could, like Chuck Berry, and you could take pictures of women taking tinkles.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up all of this because that reminds me, Mike, I know you don't like me mentioning his name, but, I came across some sort of interview, I think it was taken sometime last year or the year before with Michael Graves, and he brought your name up for a moment there, and of course he didn't explain anything, but he brought you up in passing during an interview. I thought that was kind of interesting because he never really does that. And there was a little bit of attitude when he said it too. I saw that head nod.
Yep.
You know what interview I'm talking about?
I do not, and I do not care. Michael has no part in my life anymore. He stabbed me in the back after I tried very hard to befriend him. I had offered him a part or a position, I should say, in the movie that I had done, the documentary, and he just totally just cut me down for
you try
no
to be
effing reason.
You try to be nice to him, right?
I tried to be nice for him for 12 years. I tried to get together with him. After I got out of the Misfits, I approached him, so to speak, several times. Once was on the phone when he called at the magazine I was working at, and then another couple times when we did a couple gigs together. And I was like, "Listen, man, I really want to talk to you. No hard feelings. I just want to speak to you." And he just blew me off. 12 years. He lied to my face for 12 years. And I was like, that's it. I don't care if he lives or die. I really don't care about the guy. I'm so over the Misfits. I'm so over them.
Understood, Mike. I just thought it was kind of interesting to see it come across my timeline here.
Yep.
But you know what? You might get along with the guy.
Who? Graves?
Yeah, you guys, he likes Alex Jones. You like Alex Jones. He's been on his show multiple times.
Michael's got a show?
Well, he's been on the Alex Jones show.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I think you might get along with the guy if you guys actually talked, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Nah, it's not going to happen. I'll tell you why it's not going to happen. For 12 years, I tried to talk to him. And for 12 years, he lied to my face that nothing was wrong. And then he goes on his radio show that he had back in 2011 or 10, and he cut me apart. So he can go F himself. I really don't give a crap.
Again, like I'm chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that?
That's Alex Jones, by the way.
Is it? Again, I'm so over everybody that just has given me hard times or lied to me. I'm over it. I'm too old for this crap, man. I got no time for this anymore.
I'm with you on that one. Yeah, it's in the past.
My father.
Yeah, it's in the past.
And you know what? Like, not to get off the subject, but even with like Jerry Only from the Misfits, I've been over that whole thing for years, and yet I've heard him get on interviews and again tear me apart, saying
The
stuff
round, yeah.
like Mike Hideous was the worst thing that ever happened in my life. Are you kidding? I saved your ass for 2 continent tours, and you're telling me that I was a pain in the ass? Dude, I saved his ass with those tours. I saved it, and that's the gratitude. F you.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I was over it. Again, we asked him to be part of the film. Turned me down. I don't care. I'm over them. People.
It's over.
I'm so over them.
I'm with you on that one. Now back to Jim here, Mike. Back to this banter. You know, he was in good spirits again, and I would love to bring the wife in. That's been a goal of mine. And, you know, he's told me that him and his wife have gone into some very heated exchanges when it comes to politics.
I could see that happening. I mean, look, Jim's very passionate about the things that he is into. I mean, you know it as well as I do. The guy is passionate.
I so would love to have him on with the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? Oy vey. It won't go down, however. That's the bad part. It'll get too heated. It'll get too heated, and eventually the phrase "sleeping in the doghouse" comes to mind.
Exactly, and you know, she may just not want to be part of that.
She probably doesn't, yeah.
I would imagine.
Happy wife, happy life is what the beaten dogs tell me.
Right.
I'm referring to a very specific group of married men, by the way. I know plenty of married couples. Hell, I put together some couples, and they are happily married to this day, Mike.
Cupid, huh?
I kind of am, man. It's kind of amazing.
Wow.
I'm loved by some.
Hated by others.
Hated by others. That's very true. And they have the right to hate me, Mike. It's okay.
All right, well, I'm glad you feel that way.
That's their God-given right to hate me. It's fine.
Indeed.
Now, there's lots of things I wish I could talk about. Some things I can't speak of because of certain individuals out there who occasionally listen in. And I don't want to cause any issues more than I have done so already.
Okay.
So many personal stories, Mike, but timing is everything.
Right.
Yeah, there's some very dark and personal things I'd like to talk about. But eventually I'll tell those stories to some of you out there. Some of you. And Mike, my goodness. Speaking of the Me Too movement, I wanted to bring up another very strange individual, Stephen Hawking.
What about him?
You know, he was recently mentioned to have gone over to the very infamous little island out there by Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
There's photographs too.
And you know what? I gotta say, even if he did, the guy couldn't do anything. He was pretty much a not even a rolling zombie.
Yeah, what could he do?
He couldn't do anything. I mean, the poor guy had to have somebody change his pants for him, his underwear.
Can he do anything?
No, he was dead from the neck down. The poor guy was a vegetable, and it's a shame because he was a genius. He was a genius, and he ends up getting that shitty body that, you know, he ends up having. It was horrible. The poor guy was such a genius, and he had to deal with that horrible, horrible disease. Just terrible. I felt so bad for the guy.
Yeah, his name was brought up in court apparently a couple days ago.
You know what? And again, even if he was there, I don't think he could have done anything. So I don't even know why they're bringing it up.
So his dick doesn't work.
No, as along with other things. You know, poor guy. I feel bad for him.
Wow. Can you imagine that?
Yes, I can.
What a life.
Yeah.
Oof, that's terrible.
Poor thing. It is. It's a horrible, horrible thing this poor man went through.
Poor guy.
And as I said, the worst part is that he was such a genius. To be stuck with a broken body like that, it irritates me.
By the way, Mike, I think we have a call here.
Right on.
I think we have a caller here, and I'm hearing him right now, and I think it might be. I'm hearing this weird, like, robotic voice. It might be Stephen Hawking. I don't know who it is. It might be him.
Coming back from the dead.
Hold on. Is that you? I think it might be him. Let's patch him in here. Is that Stephen? Is that you?
Hello, I was never there with Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, you were never there with Jeffrey Epstein. Is that true?
That's right.
Wow. There's a bit of a lag there because, he has to sort of get these things out, through his mind.
Well, yeah, he's calling us from heaven or hell, one or the other.
I mean, do you think he's in heaven or hell?
Well, I don't know. If he was on that island, maybe he is in hell.
In heaven.
Oh, he's in heaven.
In heaven, huh? All right.
My goodness. Well, I guess we'll let you go. Thanks for the call. That was unusual.
It's like the Howard Stern show.
I think he's calling back. Is that you?
Hello, this is Stephen Hawking. I wanted to clear the air and put the rumors to bed. I've never met Jeffrey Epstein, and I've never given him any money.
Holy hell. Well, thank you. Yeah, we'll let you go now. Wow. That was just wrong. I don't know who that was, but my goodness. That was terrible.
Funny.
How offensive. I'm shocked, Mike. I don't know what to make of that.
Well, I think it was a sign.
A sign of God.
No, just a sign. Maybe a stop sign.
Stop sign? Wasn't a sign from God?
When was the last time God ever sent a sign?
He always does.
Does he?
Yeah. You just never noticed.
I don't see those signs. I see signs from the devil.
Oh my goodness, Mike, the devil.
Yep.
My God, Mike. Again, I must say this. Thank you to those in America for supporting this program. And yes, of course, all of those outside of America who have been here on this journey pre-COVID. And there is no end to the chaos, Mike, because life is chaos. And the trick is to never allow that chaos to confuse or control you. Always harbor those negative thoughts and turn it into something positive. As corny as that sounds, adaptation is required, Mike, as we enter this next phase of evolution.
Interesting segue, Michael. But yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, man, it's interesting. Say goodbye to the old world, ladies and gentlemen. It hurts, I know. The global reset button was pressed without consent tonight. And it's been that way for a while now, Mike. We've lost control.
You think so?
Fuck yeah. I think so, man. I don't know what's going to happen next.
I gotta be honest.
What are you predicting here, Mike? Go ahead.
I'm still holding out. I still feel that we are going to get past this. And I still feel that once we're past it, I feel we are going to sort of get back to some of the usual things that, were just happening less than 8 months ago.
You think so?
I feel that way. It's just my, I could be wrong. But I feel that we're going to get past this. And I think a lot of it, not to bring this whole subject to make it too long, but I think that a lot of this has to do with politics.
Of course. We are entrenched by it all.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Insane. Now that we got that out of the way, Mike, halfway done with 2020, as we were just talking about here, and we are left staring off into the abyss. Like a deer in headlights, my friend.
That we are. And as you may or may not have noticed, the politics on the left, the politicians on the left, and those who are associated as followers of the left, they're losing their minds. It is my personal opinion that they are losing their minds because the things that they are saying and that they are doing are absolutely absurd. I think I will agree with you when you say we've hit a new point in our existence. for lack of a better term. But at the same time, I think a lot of it is just because these people are sore losers.
Understood. And now I hear a jet flying above. You hear that?
I heard it. Yeah, I can still hear it.
That was a jet. Got the naval facility out here, by the way. It's
Really?
where the infamous Blue Angels train.
Nice.
Oh yeah. So by the way, Micro, are you wearing your mask like you're supposed to?
No. I'm wearing a condom though.
You're wearing a condom. I'm actually wearing a hazmat suit right now. It's funny you say that. You know, I recently saw a video of a woman who went into what looks like a supermarket, and this woman, she was asked to wear a mask and it appeared like she had no mask. So, Mike, she did the next best thing.
Shot everybody.
Second best thing.
Okay.
She pulled down her panties and put them over her face. You saw that? Wow.
What an idiot. What is... Oh, man.
This was not in America, by the way.
Oh, it wasn't? Oh, okay.
No, this was, I believe, in the Ukraine.
Okay.
Regardless, if it must have been too rough out there for her.
Didn't she start flinging, like, her poo?
I don't remember that part, but if she did, that's pretty heinous.
Okay, maybe I'm confusing it, because I did see...
I didn't see that part.
I saw footage of a woman.
We might have seen a different video. Wow.
We may have, yeah. You know what? I saw one of a woman. Now that I think about it, I believe she was in a fast food restaurant.
Ah, okay.
And she asked to use the toilet. I could be wrong. And then they said no, and she flipped out. She took a crap. Like
that was America, I'm sure. That sounds like something an American would do. Like a woman with a Xanax problem.
Right. And then after she took a dump, she wiped herself using napkins, and then she started to fling the napkins behind the counter.
Oof.
An idiot. What an idiot.
Well, Mike, if it gets too tough for our friend in the Ukraine, she could probably sell those online. There seems to be some sort of a community of men who are totally down for that, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know in Japan they have vending machines of women's used underwear. Stay weird, Japan. The Japanese are freaks when it comes to sex. Or at least that's what the internet has taught me, the internet culture.
This is true. This is true.
It's a freaky it's a freaky society out there.
Goddamn right.
Well, they think we are I think we're kind of shy when it comes to sex. Like they are a much more open society when it comes to that.
Yeah, that's why there are vending machines with used panties. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely. My God.
What's wrong with me?
People are freaks, right?
I'm so stupid. Oh, jeez.
Well, Mike, I mean, as a man, have you ever had that sort of kink there? Have you ever had that sort of urge to do that with a woman that that you're into?
Let me tell you a short story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was with a woman one time who, during we were getting to that point, and she took her panties and she shoved them in my face. I almost knocked her on her ass. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" Kind of repulses me. I don't know. Just, I don't get me wrong. I adore the female figure, but don't shove your panties in my face because I'm just not into that.
That's how you get COVID. You're gonna get the coronavirus, COVID-19.
Panties 19.
Panties, yeah. My God. No. You know, another person that we should be mentioning here is Bill Clinton. Another name, except this time they are saying they saw him with two young women over on that island.
Which week was that?
This was not too long ago. Startling information on former President Bill Clinton. Apparently he was ID'd, Mike. They saw him with two young women. We've all seen the flight. We've all seen the flight logs. We all know who. We all know why. Yeah, we all know why, and and who, and we all know why they went out there. Some say it was for business, but I say, yeah, it was business, all right, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
Money
they
was
were doing
exchanging hands one way or another.
Oof. I don't know, man. That's very interesting. Bill Clinton basically was ID'd with Epstein and 2 young girls. That should be alarming enough for most.
You know what fascinates me about this, is the fact that Epstein was capable of collecting these high-profile names, government names, and literally like bringing them to his so-called parties, whatever you want to call them, and then just like, I guess, keeping tabs on them, so to speak.
I
and
guess
then
he was
holding something.
I guess he was that charming, Mike.
Yeah, but I mean, just the way, like, you would think that a politician would have just a little bit more sense. Look at the Prince. Is it Prince? The guy from England who they've been questioning too.
Right.
They got pictures of him standing next to an underage. I think she was underage.
Yes, she was.
But like, you would think this is a prince, and like he still went to the island, still got involved with these people as well as other politicians. Like, how do you trust somebody like that? I would never trust anybody if I was a politician.
No, you can't.
Yeah, how can you?
Yeah, we're talking about Prince Andrew, right?
That's him, yeah.
Yeah, Prince Andrew, right. Of course, his ties to Jeffrey Epstein.
And of course, he's denying it. He's like, I don't even remember.
They all deny it, just like Bill. He said he doesn't even know who that is.
And it's amazing how they all get away with it.
They all lie.
Photographs, people stating that they saw them there, and all they got to do is say, nope, I wasn't there, I don't remember, and they get off.
And they
How
get
is
off.
it possible?
It's really interesting. But again, no one is talking about Bill Clinton. I'm surprised. No one in the mainstream world.
Michael, no one has talked about the Clintons in all of the debaucherous things that they have been involved with. Nobody talks about them. But God forbid Donald Trump farts funny, it's like the end of the world.
Yes. So there's a lot of things that have been recently uncovered, and I recommend everyone to read up on that. It's not over yet. More names will be dropped, I'm sure, as we await Ghislaine Maxwell to sing those blues, Mike.
Yeah, her too. By the way, not to change the subject, but I also heard some very interesting facts concerning this investigation of the spying of candidate Donald Trump, and then of course into his presidency. That these people, like, if all goes well, we may just get the nitty gritty on what happened with the whole Spygate thing that included Bill. I'm sorry, that included forgetful Joe Biden, the King Hussein Obama, as well as Clintons, and
they're innocent, Mike. They did nothing wrong.
Oh, of course not. But I tell you, if we're lucky, they may be able to pop this before the 2020 election.
We'll see.
We'll find out.
This is interesting.
This is why the left has been coming down on William Barr, because they know they're crapping in their pants, Michael.
You know who looks like William Barr looks like a little bit?
Who's that?
That John Candy.
You think so?
The Canadian actor John Candy. They sort of look. Yeah, they sort of look alike.
I don't see it.
Slightly.
You think? Kinda.
They sort of have that look. Rest in peace to John Candy, though.
Yes.
Poor guy.
Yep.
Very underrated, by the way.
You think? I think he's been given his due.
Do you think he was a fucking hack? What do you think?
Oh, no.
Okay, I was going to say, I disagree. I really like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I believe it's called, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
classic.
Who's in that? Steve Martin's in
Steve
that
Martin.
Movie. Oh, I love Steve Martin. One of my favorites.
I wish I could get drunk with that John Candy. And the Steve Martin, that would have been something else, getting
Ah,
wasted with those two.
oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
I love Steve Martin from as far back as the 70s.
Classic stuff there. But yes, Trump encourages mail-in voting in Florida, by the way, Mike. I feel like this election is going to come back down to Florida yet again, just like back in the day with Bush and that fiasco that went down years ago.
That's right.
Remember that
and
shit?
I gotta say, I am completely 100,000% against this mail-in voting. I think it's going to harm the election.
It's going to harm it? You think so?
I feel that way. Hopefully, I'm wrong.
It might.
Correct me if I'm wrong too, but did you hear recently, a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago or 2 months ago, that they had early voting? Why is that?
Oh, I can't answer that for you. I don't know why they were doing that.
I never could understand why they have this early voting. It makes no sense to me.
Well, maybe some people can't get there in time. I don't know.
Dude, it's 7 freaking months away, 6 months away.
Well, I mean, there is a lot of individuals out there who just don't show up when it's time to.
Well, that's their problem.
Just remember all the times when they were trying to legalize marijuana throughout the years, but no one would show up to vote?
That's because they were all stoned.
Exactly. Most of these people are stoned with legal pharmaceuticals.
Yeah,
That's the way it goes.
Valium, diazepam.
All these people are all high on something, in my opinion.
I hear you.
I for sure. I mean, just look at that Woody Allen.
Look at that Woody Allen.
Yeah, remember when he was?
Looking at
Remember when he was Me Too'd?
Oh my God! But that was like what, 30 years ago, wasn't it?
He's just a freak, though.
He's a little strange.
Yeah, I've been thinking about a lot of
nothing.
the people that have been Me Too throughout the years. By the way, I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about all the people in Hollywood.
Yeah, well.
Jesus.
You know.
What a time to be alive.
Exactly. You know what it comes down to, Michael? These people see these movie stars and or politicians as cha-ching, a purse. And they think, well, if I can get this person to think that they offended me, I might get $1 million.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, Jeffrey Epstein did that. He did it well.
He's innocent, Mike.
Epstein?
He never did anything.
Yeah.
All those women were willing.
I'm not saying he did anything. I'm saying he was able to get the politicians.
He wasn't even there, Mike. He doesn't even own the island.
Oh, well, not anymore, he doesn't.
It was a body double, Mike.
As a matter of fact, when he died, yeah, I heard you laughing. When he died, I heard that he gave the island to, what is it, the Bahamas or something in the Caribbean? I don't even know. But he gave the whole estate. Like, he didn't leave it to what's her face, Maxwell. He left it to that, right, whatever that island was, and I can't remember for the life of me right now what it was.
Well, Mike,
yeah,
it's very interesting. Everyone seems to have gone there at one time or another.
Not me.
Not me either. I
would have liked to have gone. No.
You would have gone, Mike?
I would have gone
Lolita Express?
just for the sun. Just for the sun.
You would have gone just for the food.
Food and the sun, like get a nice tan maybe, and a nice gothic tan.
Hey, you're
pretty
pretty
kind of an oxymoron.
You're pretty white, like that actor in the movie Powder.
No. I'm far from white. I am dark skinned. I'm Italian, my friend.
That's right.
I'm Southern Italian.
You're Italian.
I'm Italian.
There you go.
Hey.
There you go.
So I am not white. I'm dark. I'm olive skinned.
You're a dark skinned brother.
I'm a dark skinned goth.
You're a Blackzilian.
I'm a Blackzilian, right?
Because you are Brazilian and Italian.
No.
Blackzilian.
Where'd you get that from? No. I am far from Brazilian.
I thought you had some of that Brazilian blood in you, Mike.
No, the only thing that was Brazilian on me was my bikini wax.
Oh, okay. I must have gotten that wrong.
That's it. Just my bikini wax.
Very nice. So, Mike, to get us going here yet again. It's time to get into listener emails, Mike. Now I'm seeing the time.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, let's start off with a nice one here. All right, let me look here. You know, I wasn't even ready for this. And
This
there's
just happened today?
yeah, there's plenty of emails to go through. But I mean, we'll only read a little bit since we are limited in time, but these are always fun.
Right on.
These are always fun, and I found a nice one, and I found a very mean one.
Okay.
We'll go with the nice one first. Nicey nice.
Nicey nice.
All right.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Here we go. Let's start off with this one. Yeah, I found one. Hi, Michael, longtime listener. I'm sorry I haven't called in to say hello. I've been listening when you first started the show back in November 2016. Oh, holy shit, he got that right, by the way, Mike. Got that date right. Keep up the good work. You're one of the best interviewers and always entertaining. Thank you for the Patreon episodes. They get me through my days at work. This comes from James from the UK.
Wow.
Isn't that
Thanks,
nice?
James.
Yeah. See, that's
That
nice.
was
And
nice.
yeah, see, I appreciate that, James. Impressed you are historically correct on the timeline. And while that brings back some memories, by the way, Mike, it's coming up on 4 years pretty soon here.
For you.
For me.
Good for you. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you. The show officially was born October 31st. And the first show was November 5th, by the way, which was on a Saturday.
Okay.
So this guy was in the box. He knew. This guy knew.
Very cool.
So yeah, I think I'm doing the math correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. If I have that wrong, go ahead, let me know. And that's the good thing about the listeners out there. They will correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm flattered by your kind words, James. I am really fond of the show, and of course of the Patreon episodes, and of course very fond of Mike. Love Mike, and of course, yes, the guests have been fascinating. So thanks for your email, James. I'm glad you have been on the journey with us all since the beginning.
Very nice.
Yeah, keep listening. Keep spreading the good word. Tell your friends about the Michael Decon Program. Tell your mom and dad.
Yes.
Yeah, let your mom and dad know. And
Tell all the kids in class.
Tell them all. Here's another
At
one.
church.
At church. If they even are allowed to go back to church.
Well.
It's not essential, remember.
Right.
So here's another one, Mike. And this time they don't want me to use this person's name as noted. That can only mean he's a serious player somewhere, Mike.
Okay.
So he follows up with, I love your show, Michael. Sometimes even my son will listen to your show, and he's 8 years old. Oh no, Mike. One of these emails. Oh shit. Here we go. Well, I do love your show, he says. I do love your show very much. My only I knew it. I knew this was coming. My only request would be if you tone down the language. Please keep going forward. And I thank you for your hard work and Mike's hard work. Farewell. Yeah, this came from a listener in Michigan. You know, now that's interesting. Thanks for listening, by the way. That's pretty astonishing.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. I'll try to do my best to keep it sort of limited here with the cursing. And I knew this would be problematic at some point, Mike.
Yeah.
I knew eventually a listener will introduce this show to their kids, and of course the wives and the girlfriends. So look, keep in mind, a lot of what is said here is based on very strong opinions. There's a lot of things that are said here that I don't necessarily agree with. And thanks for the email, by the way. And
yes, thank you. We hope you keep listening.
Yeah, keep listening, and of course to the son, to the young lad out there, take care of your father. When you see the opportunity later on in your life, kid, listen to your dad. Don't curse like I do, or Mike. I know the other kids your age use that language, but remember your words can, and in most cases, will be used against you, kid.
That's right.
So stay very safe out there. Jeez, Mike, I get a lot of emails like that nowadays.
Do you?
Yeah, man, I'm a little bit out of loss of words, to be honest.
When you say get a lot of emails like that, you mean what? Telling you to like tune it down with the language?
No, not those. Just that they listen to the show, that their kids listen to the show sometimes. People
Oh,
like
that
that.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the kids listening in, I forget sometimes. I forget.
Yeah, I would imagine that. I mean, I guess it kind of depends what level you want to, like, for anybody, that what level you want to bring your, publicize your work at. And I assume that at some point language can be offensive to certain people. It doesn't so much offend me, but that's me. And I'm talking in generalizations here. When people listen to a show such as this, being that it's not on the radio and that it is a free, what would you call it, a free enterprise, for lack of a better term, where we say what we want, and that it can offend people. I can understand that.
It can get pretty offensive here.
Absolutely.
But that's what this show's always been about, an open platform for all walks of life. Whether we agree with them or disagree with them, it would be wrong to censor them.
Do you feel, or do you think that it would be wise to offer a listenership warning before the show? Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, that would work, but also I would say earmuffs.
Okay.
If some shit's gonna go down, we could just say now it's time to put on your earmuffs if the children are out there.
Perhaps. I mean, but you don't always know when it's going to happen.
That's
right?
true. Sometimes it's kind of random.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say it's random. It just sort of happens.
Yeah, so just be careful. I guess that's the best way of saying it. Not you, but I'm saying as a parent and you introduce the show to your son or daughter, whatever the case may be.
Right on.
Boy, oh boy. I never thought I'd have to say something like that.
Well,
but here we are.
I guess there's always a first time.
That's what she said. Always the first time. The first time for everything, right, Mike?
Yes, there is.
Good God. Yeah, so that's what's going down, and that's nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't a bad letter.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, Mike, well, I think it's time to get into something pretty negative here. This time it's from Bill. Are you ready for this, Mike? It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Hit me up.
Okay, here we go. This is from Bill. And I know he's out there, Mike. And I think we both have to address him. He says, okay. I really enjoy most of your shows / interviews. One criticism, lose the co-host. The only thing he adds to your program is distraction. Tell him he is not the guest. At times he starts commenting for so long, you lose the quote-unquote steam of conversation with your guest. Maybe you owe him money. I really never understood why you adopted him. Micah, your thoughts on Bill's concerns. Go ahead. Your thoughts and reactions to that.
Listen.
Go ahead, Mike.
What's his name? Joe?
Bill.
Listen, Bill.
Give it to him.
I gotta be honest. I'm not going to tear him apart. I want you to know right off the bat. I can't tell you how many times I have talked to Michael off air and said to him, listen, please, this is your show. I don't want to overstep any boundaries. Please tell me if I'm talking too much, tell me. And Michael, back me up on this, right? How many times have I come to you and asked you, am I overstepping my boundaries?
All the time.
All right.
You always ask me that.
I do talk a lot. I admit that.
Well, he's Italian. What do you expect?
I'm Italian.
He's Italian. Give him a break. Give him a break.
But, I have always, I have been nothing but respectful to Michael because it's his show. I respect his show. And listen, if Michael didn't like me, he would, he wouldn't have me on the show.
How many times have you been here, Mike?
On the show?
I've interviewed you before I was even doing this show.
That's right. Well, how many? You must have I'm going to say you interviewed me. I'm going to say close to maybe 7 or 8 times.
Most likely, yeah.
Right? And then you asked me to be a part of the interviews.
Yeah.
Michael Aquino, and there was a few other people whose names I can't remember.
That's right.
Then you asked me to be a steady part of the show.
Right.
And so as far as I can tell you, Bill, I'm sorry if you don't like me as a personality with Michael on the Michael Decon program. That is that's totally your call. Again, I apologize if you don't like me, but can't please everyone. So either tune out or get used to it, man. What can I tell you?
That's right. You're not going anywhere.
Thank you, Michael.
No, I'm not getting rid of you.
And as long as Michael wants me here, I'm here. I have loved the show since he started. I have always respected Michael, again, since he started. And I can't emphasize enough how many times I have said to him since I started as co-host that I have asked him, Michael, are you sure I'm not, I don't want to interrupt you. Please tell me. And if that's the case, he tells me or not. Either we go with it or not.
That's right. So hopefully that answered Bill's question there. I don't really think it did, but we addressed him pretty good here. And yes, I agree.
He's probably a Misfits fan.
Most likely, a lot of these people. Some people have sent in the whole, Michael Graves thing every now and then too. So most likely it's probably one of these guys.
Probably Jerry Only using a side name.
It's Jerry Only writing in. Of course, I like you, Mike. I'm not going to get rid of you. That's for sure.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
You're part of the staff, per se.
I greatly appreciate
You're part of the show. I can't get rid of you like that. It's just not happening.
Here.
But yes, like Victoria said, everyone's entitled to his or her opinion. Yeah.
Right. That's right. And Bill's entitled to his opinion. If he doesn't like me, I can't change that. I can't please everybody, but at the same time, know, Bill, that I have always been respectful to Michael, and I've always made sure that I wasn't overstepping my boundaries.
That's right. I didn't even respond to this email. I was hoping that you would address this, Mike, yourself.
Which one? This one we just did with Bill?
Yeah.
Well,
we did.
Like I said, I just did. So.
Yeah. Good times. Hopefully Bill listens to this. And of course, again, Mike, I'm at a loss of words for a lot of these emails I receive. But yes, these are very dark times and people are still being canceled, as we talked about earlier, even during a pandemic. Today, like I said, we live in a world where everything is sort of upside down. You really can't be a man anymore. You can't stick up for other men anymore, or else you'll be labeled toxic.
Right.
Yeah, man. Some SJW called me that once a few weeks ago, and I utterly destroyed his pointless, irrational arguments in a private phone call.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping he would call into the show, but he opted not to. But he wanted to talk privately, so I called him.
Wow.
I wish
Bravo.
that was recorded with a guy. First of all, the guy thought the show was live, actually. And then he was telling me not to record. But little did he know we weren't live. We weren't live at all. The guy was from the UK, by the way, Mike.
Okay.
So he was hearing a replay on the UK network that this show is on. And I'm sure you don't even realize that we are on some sort of network in the UK, right?
Right. No, you've told me.
Yeah, it's some online network. And that network, I don't even like the network.
As far as I remember, we're also on in Hudson Valley in New York State, right?
That's right. And, I told that guy from the UK, I said, you can eat feces and take a nap and never wake up again.
That's very delicate of you. Very subtle.
Well, I didn't exactly use those words, but,
I didn't think you did.
Something along those lines I did say. And, but I kind of lost it with that program director out there. Earmuffs kids. I told him to eat shit and take a nap and never wake up again is basically what I was telling him. And a long list of other inflammatory remarks, Mike. I told him, if you don't like me or the show, you can take, you could pound sand, in other words.
Yeah, just go elsewhere. Go elsewhere. I mean, God, if I'm listening to a song and I don't like it, I don't write a letter to the performer and say, look, I really don't like that song. I think you guys suck now, and I just think you should get rid of that one guy in the band. Like, get over it, man. Just either move on. Like, didn't your mother teach you, if you don't like something, just don't talk about it. Just move on.
And none of these networks that I've been on, none of them have really served the show in any sort of positive sort of way, Mike. They haven't done any good for me, to be honest with you.
Well,
and it all started, Mike. Let me backtrack here with the individual in the UK, that program director. It all started, Mike, when he wanted me to interview certain guests. And I did a few times, but those shows weren't exactly interesting to me personally. And I stopped taking requests, and the guy took it personally. I tried being professional about it, even on a smaller scale, Mike. I face these sort of problems with these individuals. I try to be nice and courteous, and when you stop following along to the T, there will be blood, there will be issues. Mm-hmm. I learned I can't always be friendly with some folks, unfortunately.
No, how can you be?
No, you really can't. People are problematic, and when you stop feeding some part of their needs, oh shit, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Now you're a piece of trash, and now you're no good. You're this, you're that. People will turn on you, man, and that's how it goes. Crowds are won and lost over and over in a cycle. It's all so familiar to me. It really is. But yes, it helps them, these networks, but it doesn't help me or us or the show. And ironically, this show or this network is still broadcasting the show in the UK. And I cut all contact with this individual. Even after telling him to eat shit and die, the guy is still playing the show.
Well, I guess you're doing something right.
That's right. This isn't always about me, by the way. This is an opportunity for all to shine. And I've always been quite open-minded and non-judgmental in life. I think you'd be surprised how I am in person. I'm a lot nicer than I come across here,
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a lot friendlier.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a little bit nicer than what I portray on this program. That's by design, though. It's all by intent.
It's persona.
That's
it's
right.
Your show persona.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So yes, this individual is still playing the show, even though he's garbage. Human garbage, in my opinion. But whatever. What can you do, right?
What can you do?
Yeah.
That is the question.
I get no respect around here.
Hey, no respect.
Get no respect. I really don't. It's quite sad, Mike, and we're sort of winding down here, Mike, as the week winds down as well, and all these things are happening right now. All these.
Wait a minute, what the week? It's Tuesday. What are you talking
The week is winding down. It's Tuesday already. It's winding down. It's winding down.
We got a long week to get to Saturday. Just got over a weekend.
In my mind, we're winding down already.
Okay.
I'm pretending that it's Friday already.
Okay.
Let me live my dream.
Here
Mike.
comes a weekend. 3 days to go.
It's the weekend already. Love that. Love it. Well, it kind of does feel like the weekend, right?
Oh, it feels like Tuesday.
It feels like Friday to me every day.
Does it? All right.
Hell
well,
yes.
You're entitled to that.
Yeah. Good God, Mike. So yes, I must say this. Everyone's situation right now is quite different during this global pandemic or plandemic. Some are going through it worse than others. I understand that. It's one of those dark times in history where humanity is forced to deal with yet another serious quote-unquote issue or disaster. Right now, Mike, you have to keep a strong mind. Boys and girls, especially right now.
Yes, in fact, just moments ago when we were talking about how things are changing, as I said, I feel I'm still keeping a positive attitude. I feel that we are going to get through this and things will eventually get back to normal.
Everything will be fine, Mike?
Fine depends on how you define the word fine.
We won't need to play this. You want to play the sad music anymore? I already missed the sad music.
Well, you can play that if you'd like, but I will say that, seriously speaking, I think that eventually we're going to get through this and we will get back to business as usual.
Well, the Fed's printed up $3.5 trillion, baby. They say money doesn't grow on trees. Well, I disagree, you
Absolutely.
ignorant slobs.
That's right. Money
comes from trees in more than one way. And how much money can they print up, by the way, Mike? We finally come to this.
Well, here's the thing, Michael. For the last 30 to 40 or maybe 50 years, there have been rumors that Fort Knox, or is it Fort Dix? No, Fort Knox, is like we're out of gold. We don't have any more. That's just a rumor. I'm not saying that's true. That's hearsay. But the thing is, money it's a paper note. It's supposed to represent a precious metal, gold, silver, diamonds, whatever. But if if we keep printing up money, what do we have to back it?
That's right. The world bankers are proverbially urinating all over us, Mike.
Yeah.
Worse than a Russian golden shower.
Yes, President Trump, he's naked in urination on the bed, yes.
Can you believe that?
No.
It's hard to believe that he's into that, by the way, if it's true.
It's not true. That was a total hoax.
I don't think that's true, though, to be honest.
It was a total hoax.
I feel like I've just been urinated on, and it's not pretty, boys and girls.
Oh, brother.
It's not pretty. I don't know when this ends.
Earmuffs, kids.
Yeah, earmuffs, but I don't know when this ends, Mike. I'm no expert in the economy. Many of you listening know much more about it than I will ever know, but holy shit. That's a lot of money. $3.5 trillion in the hole.
So they're doing that because from what I'm told, they want to kick out another stimulus check. Is that true?
That's right.
How much was the last one? $3 trillion?
I don't even know. I've lost count, Mike. Does anyone even know? Does anyone even know out there? What was the last figure?
I want to say it was $3 trillion. I could be wrong. But having sent out a check to every American in this country and some that aren't Americans, I think that was the estimated total amount, $3 trillion. I hope I'm wrong, but whatever.
It's a lot of money. Also, Beirut, massive explosive shakes Lebanon's capital.
Really?
At least 70 dead, thousands injured. It was a blast. A major blast that killed all sorts of people out there, Mike. And yes, I'm not sure if this was intentional or not, but a lot of people got messed up over it. 3,000 injured.
How many? 3,000?
Yeah.
Where did it explode? What was the explosion? Do you know?
I have no idea.
And this happened when?
This just happened today.
Wow. I did not hear. I haven't been online, so I didn't hear about it. So
lots of shit is going down out there.
No kidding. Beirut, huh? We're back to Beirut.
Back to there, yeah. And lots of people have dealt with all sorts of shit out there. Lots of suicide bombings out there.
Oh, but it wouldn't be Muslim related, would it?
Well, I don't know.
Because that would be wrong.
It would be wrong, but who knows, right? We'll see what happens, but yes. Lots of people saw this. There's lots of video out there. They say it was a firework factory. Yeah, I see that in the chat room. Yeah, I read that too.
A fireworks factory?
Mm-hmm.
3,000 people dead from a firework factory?
Yeah, shocking, right? It looked like a mini nuke went off. Victoria says that? Meth lab.
Nice, Victoria. That's funny.
Apparently the blast was seen
from outer space,
even like 180 miles away.
Really?
Apparently, yeah.
Is that
So-
outer space or no?
Probably, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Most likely they could see it from outer space. They could see the
Possible.
blast, the smoke. Pretty wild.
Interesting. I'm dying to know who did it.
We'll find out. We will find out. And some people say it was no accident, that's for sure. And yeah, looked like a goddamn nuke went off out there, Mike.
That.
My goodness. So, Mike, we are sort of winding down here.
Yes.
Running against the
we are.
clock, even though I want to stay on here and conversate with you, as they say, but
Well,
shit.
you know, the week is winding down.
The
too.
week, yeah, the week is winding down. It's almost Saturday. So hopefully, if I fall asleep right now, it might be Saturday.
What are you, Snow White?
Do you remember that, being a kid, by the way, Mike, and thinking, oh, I need to go to sleep already? So, you know, the day you're looking forward to comes quicker.
Like Christmas.
Like Christmas, you're gonna go to sleep like at 5.
Yes. 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, I gotta get some sleep. Santa's coming.
He's coming early, 4 a.m.
I'll be up in 12 hours.
Yeah, I'll be
Get
up.
my presents.
Jesus. Good
I don't think
times.
I've laughed this hard on this radio station, on this radio show in like a long time.
Now you needed a laugh, Mike. That's true.
Oh, brother.
That's
Well, you know,
true.
when we do the show alone, we get to goof off more. Right?
That we do. That we do. We do get a goof off a little bit more when it's just me and you here.
Wait, you're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay. Wait, you're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
That's a Joe Biden, by the way.
What a loser.
He's crazy.
Actually, I can't say that about him. I don't. Well, then again, I can. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, he's taken on these policies from AOC and Pelosi and Schumer, and like he's just going radical, man. And the guy, how can you say defund the police? How can you say that?
Wait, you're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
He's lost it. He has lost it. And Michael, if I may just say, and I think I may have said this before, thing is, even if he gets elected, he may not last. And if he doesn't last, whoever the vice president
Are you saying he's going to die, Mike?
No, I'm saying that
Oh, okay.
he may end up having to bow out due to dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever it is he's got.
COVID-19.
He's got some form of dementia. And what's happening is, if let's just say hypothetically, gets through the election, he wins. Whatever dumb vice president he's going to have is going. So if he bows out, let's just say hypothetically he bows out after a year in office. Whatever dumb vice president he's going to have by his side for political, looks, that person will take over. Now they can finish out 3 years. They can go for re-election for another 4 years. And as a result of not having finished a full 4-year term the first time, they can go for another 4 years. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 years.
Poor kids
we
are
really-
just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Yeah, that's a good comment. Yeah, and they're calling President Trump racist. Right on.
Poor kids
Yeah.
are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Amazing.
And you've heard what he said about Obama when Obama got in office. Oh, he's a black guy. He's well dressed. He's clean. He's neat. I mean, what is wrong with him?
I
Hey, if
have
you don't
no
vote
idea.
for Biden, you're not black.
Oh, Biden.
Yep.
Well, can you believe it, Mike?
Yes, I can.
President Joe Biden.
No,
President Joe Biden, my goodness.
no.
2021. Can you believe that?
No.
With Kamala Harris. Oh my
No.
God.
She's a nutcase.
Oh yeah. President Joe Biden, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Joe Biden. #1 with Kamala Harris. I'm excited.
Are you?
I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. And of course, we do have Bernie Sanders, who would be saying something like,
I am once again asking for your financial support.
He's going to be asking for financial support in 2021.
Of course.
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
My goodness.
Good. Good to know that.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you so much. And I think we might even have a call from Stephen Hawking again. I think it's him. Let me check this call here. I have him on mute. He could hear me though. Is this Stephen Hawking? Oh shit! It might be him.
Come on, Stephen, talk to us.
Hold on. Let me bring him in here. All right, there he is.
I wanted to say I did nothing with kids.
Oh, okay. I have no idea where that came from, but thank you, Stephen or Stefan, whatever you want to call yourself.
Mr. Hawking.
Mr. Hawking, yes. Well, thank you for that. We'll let you go. We've run out of time here. That's offensive.
Almost Saturday. We gotta go.
We might have to cut this part off. And we'll edit this part out. So Mike, once again, thank you so much for being a part of the program. Always fun to have you here, Mike. I mean, my goodness, we have a great time anytime that you're here, man. It's always a ball.
Thank you, Michael. I always have a good time.
Yeah, it's fun.
I will try not to talk so much.
When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds.
Oh, yeah.
I had every right and authority to declare the White House as holy ground because I was standing there, and where I stand is holy.
Love that. Holy moly.
To say no to President Trump would be saying no to God. And I won't do that.
We are in a spiritual war right now. Let every demonic network that has aligned itself against the purpose, against the calling of President Trump, let it be broken, let it be torn down in the name of Jesus.
You want me to tell you what my thoughts are? The thoughts of the King of Kings.
My favorite
the thoughts
part.
of the Lord of Lords.
Here we go.
I'm downloading heaven.
Oh boy. Oh my. She's keeping it real. That Paula White.
I kind of know I'm a little bit cute, all right?
I am Paula, who is pretty. Well, maybe I'm not going to be pretty when I'm 90 years old.
Here's this former messed up Mississippi girl, lived in a trailer that they called trailer trash. Daddy committed suicide, got pregnant out of wedlock, been married, been divorced, not just once.
This bitch is crazy. She's all kinds of crazy, Mike.
Yeah, well, that's what religion does to you.
Can you believe that, Mike? Waking up next to that every morning.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Nope.
Oof. Well, once again, Mike, thank you so much for being a part of the program. It is that time to shut it down. Shut it all down. Yes, pull it down, Mike. Go ahead and plug anything you'd like before we wrap it up.
I am going to get ready for the weekend.
Oh, yeah, the weekend, baby. Saturday already.
Coming up.
It's tomorrow.
Coming up.
It's tomorrow.
I'm going to sleep now.
Go to sleep right now.
Saturday.
Hell yes.
All right. What were we doing? Oh, we're cutting it down. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening tonight, except for Bill. Bill doesn't like me.
Bill's a cunt.
And no, Bill, I take that back. I'm not being mean. I'm just messing with you, man. Just messing with you. Thank you, everyone, for listening tonight. Thank you very much, Michael, and the Michael Decon Program. I had a wonderful time, as usual. If you're interested, I have a new music video that is out, Empire Hideous music video. It's called Sahara. You can see it on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/hideousmike. Mike is spelled M-Y-K-E. If you'd like to see any of the music or hear any of the music or buy any of the merchandise of my music from the bands I've been in, go to MikeHideous.com, and that's Mike, M-Y-K-E. And last but not least, if you're interested in any of my photography, For artwork, you can go to horribleartwork.com. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Be safe out there, and here comes a weekend.
All right. Love that. Mike, so once again, thank you so much. We will do this again very soon, my friend.
Let's do.
You got it. Well, once again, take care and be safe out there.
You too, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Mahalo. Bye-bye. And there he goes, boys and girls, the one and only Mike Hideous. And of course, thank you very much for being a part of the program, boys and girls. Always nice to see you out there in the chat room. And don't forget, if you are not signed up to Patreon, please do so whenever you can. New content always being delivered to you out there on Patreon. Good episodes there. If you want the history of the program, that would be a great place to start. It's Friday, yes, truth and doubt. It only feels like Friday when I'm behind the microphone. Oh yeah. And of course, with you out there in the chat room, it certainly feels like a Friday and a Saturday, but no, unfortunately not. We are still stuck in the week. The shitty Tuesday or Super Tuesday, depending on your mood. But yes, thank you out there for listening to this program. And of course, international listeners out there, thank you so much. Those in Sweden, Brazil, the UK, Canada, and even parts in, what's that place called? Oh yes. We even have some listeners in Spain now. So thank you to those out there, and those on Twitter, and those on iTunes and Stitcher and Castbox. I like all of you out there for checking out the podcast rendition of the program. And keep in mind, for the hardcore listeners out there who want bonus material, patreon.com/Michael Decon. And yes, if you have not subscribed yet to this YouTube channel, please do so now. Now, as I shut it down here, we had a fun time. And I appreciate all of you being here, and we will do this again very, very soon. And with that said, the world is a mysterious place, and life itself is a mystery. Until next time, mahalo.